Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yeldplay, the podcast where we play Yeld. My name is Maya, also known as Arson, and I'm one of the social media people that work for the Magical Land of Yeld game.
My name is Emma, better known as Emma Void. She, her pronouns for me, and also she, her pronouns for my comrade Maya here. And we both do some work with Yeld. We think it's a pretty cool game. And we got a couple of friends here with us as well.
Hello, my name is Asa. I am a friend of Maya and Emma's. Very excited about the game, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hello, I'm Alexis. Pronouns he, her. I'm a fan of the comic that the game is set in, the same universe. And I'm here to participate and have some fun.
Heck yeah. So, Maya, for everybody listening who has randomly opened this podcast and has no idea what we're talking about, what is Yeld?
Well, Yeld is a tabletop role-playing game where everybody gets to go and essentially play different friends, in that there's actually specific friend types and everything, and they get to go into Yeld and adventure until eventually certain things happen that result in plot in story that causes, well, getting out of the magical land to be a little bit harder than you'd think opening a door would be.
Alright, so, today my character that I'm going to be playing as is Avery. She is the baby of the group.
My character is named Zoe. She is the big sister friend type, and is therefore the oldest at age 11.
I'll be playing Naomi, who is the friend type brat.
And I will be playing Maria, who is the princess type.
So yeah, this is going to be our podcast where we demonstrate what it's like to play in the magical land of Yeld, which is the full title of the game, made and created by Nick Smith and Jake Richmond. You may also know Jake's comic, Modest Medusa, which is set in a, basically the same world in a roundabout way.
And, also important to note, we had a bit of a session 0 prior to this, where most of our characters met for the first time at the school's Halloween festival, and encountered a mysterious dog that led them on a merry chase before disappearing. So, ready to get started?
Yes.
I think we
Yes.
are. So, we're going to start with Now's family. As we kind of have... Right now, this particular story takes place in a somewhat heard-of town. A lot of you might know it, mostly because it's Los Angeles, and it's absolutely gigantic. For our first bit, our camera zooms down into what is a hotel room that is currently a little cramped, as it is containing 3 different adults and 1 kid. Now, what are you doing right now?
Laying on the bed, my head up, I'm bored out of my mind.
You can see your mom, Mawan, is currently kind of going around, just, her hair is currently in a ponytail, and just kind of is going around, looks like she's, like, checking times, and making sure that you're going to be able to get back, and you have enough gas money, because you're supposed to be returning home tomorrow, and it seems to just be calling the front desk a lot, asking questions. You're not entirely sure if these are important questions. Some of it, you paid attention to some of it, but it's really boring adult stuff. Whereas your other mom, Mame, is just kind of sitting there, just kind of like looking at her, and occasionally just like making hand motions in the air and trying to like indicate like when something is too much or too little. They seem to be trying to cooperate with talking to the hotel staff. From what you remember, Mom does not seem to particularly like making phone calls, but does it. Because sometimes that's all you could do. As you're kind of sitting there and just kind of laying down, all of a sudden you kind of get just popped into the air for a moment as June, your dad, sits down on the bed and is just like grabs one of your socks and just like, it's like, so what are you doing there, huh?
What is there to even do?
Well, there's multiple things, like you're going to have a new sibling soon. You could think about that, or, there's the fact, okay, that not as enthusiastic as I was hoping, but that's okay. It's okay. You'll get used to it, I promise.
It's not going to change anything?
He looks conflicted. It's like, I promise you that when things happen and all this goes through, the change is going to be something it's there, but you'll get used to it fast. I promise, kiddo. I promise.
Oof. I'll try my best, okay? Big smile. Kind of sarcastic.
He just kind of ruffles your hair. He's like, well, that's my little Nowie. Look at you. You're adorable. Okay, I think are you going to be wearing match socks today for the birthday party?
They're not going to see my shoes.
Well, yeah, it is a sleepover.
I'll just wear my shoes the entire time.
And just making sure, because we did have to do a little last minute shopping, did you pick out your costume?
What did you choose for me?
We have a couple ideas, and just pulls out his phone, starts to swipe through things, and pulls out we found this one place that has pirate costumes. Another one that's just, I think that's a ghost. No, wait, that's Scream. That's we probably shouldn't do that. Might scare some kids.
That's the one. I like that one.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
He kind of looks at you and smiles and looks over to Mawan, who just puts up a finger like, I'm busy. Where Mame is just yeah, go ahead, go for it. Go, just that's your work.
I mean, I've already seen the movie.
And at that point, all three of them look at you.
It was at Jacob's house.
Mame is like, oh, that makes sense. I'm gonna have to talk to their parents. And then Mawan's just no. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, well, that's fine. No, that's not fine. Look, I'm sorry. We need to check out late. Yes, I know you can't change that. Please. There must be a way for you to allow us to check just at 10 minutes after noon. We can't get our rental. Okay. And just keeps going.
Now starts getting ready, putting everything on. Shoes, coat.
Junior just looks and he's like, I know. Do you want who do you want to take you today? One's a little busy, but me and Mame are both ready. Just you, me, her.
Both.
Yeah, cool. That works. I'm a good dad. I can do that. Just kind of looks to Mawan, who's looks a little strained at being left alone, but it just kind of smiles and nods. It's Halloween. She's very much trying to convey yeah, no, I'll be good, while looking stressed.
Oof.
And they kind of both get up, and you find yourself just kind of picked up as Mame comes over and whispers in your ear. It's like, we're gonna get you the spooky costume.
Yeah!
You should be excited.
I am excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And she just it's as June gets up and walks away, she's like, and thank you for saying it was Jacob's house and not ours. And she just kind of gives you, puts out her hand to do a little fist bump with you.
Yeah.
You're all ready to go. And as they start to go out, you just see Mawan just kind of waving, just goodbye, love you. No, not you. No, look, yes, I know they'll be unprofessional. No, look, you're just delaying now. As the door closes and you just hear the sound of a muffled.
Adorable.
You're all able to kind of go downstairs. You eventually get to an elevator. It's very much like many hotels where you're looking around and you feel like you're in some sort of labyrinth, like it's some sort of weird video game, because everything looks the same. Sometimes when you're just kind of sitting there and thinking about it, you wonder if maybe if you wander down the wrong hallway you'd be lost, or maybe there's you might meet some kids who've lived here for the past 10 years and are still your age, because that's how that works. If you get lost, you don't grow up. But overall, it's after talking with your with June and Mame and Mawan, you kind of just got the impression that They think that's not true, but that's okay. You know better. Eventually you get down to the car, which you know that your parents have to return, something went wrong, and which is why your mom's currently on the phone about checkout, because they have to get a different rental car to go back, and it's just like this giant hassle, which you learn the word hassle. It sounds great. It's very adult. That's your, like, if you need to prove you're grown up, you now have a word for it. And you're able to go out, get in the car, and just kind of get in as you go zooming around until eventually arriving at a Spirit Halloween, which is picked through. There is almost nothing there. Far as you know, this is the only Halloween costume store there is in existence. You're not sure how people go to other places, and because especially since June was looking up other places, and that's silly. This is the only one with the billboards.
This place is huge.
Now, I'm going to say right now, just to go ahead and have you roll a couple of smart dice as you try to find your costume to see if you can find it in this place. So, this is a skill challenge, which means I get to roll some dice against you, and in this case, I'll be rolling 1d6 versus any smart dice you might have, or any other, if you have some special dice that help you find things, or the like, you can also add those.
No, I just have smart.
Cool. So go ahead and roll all your smart dice.
6.
And I rolled a 4, so you succeed. You go around, you have to do a little searching, and essentially you find this one area that's just covered in some sort of like plastic hangers, but everything has been taken off. And you find the one thing that fits the costume you wanted that your mom, Jacob, totally showed you the movie of.
The scary one.
June just kind of, it's just like, oh, you found it. Good job. Good job. Okay. And Mame is just kind of looking at it, and it's like, yeah, and just checks the price tag and goes, oh yeah. But grabs it and it's like, do you want to bring it to the counter, or shall we?
I want it. Picks it up. Haha. Take that, teenagers.
I will say, one thing you don't notice, because this is not important, is that it does seem to be sized for a slightly larger kid than you. But that shouldn't be a problem. It'll just add to the spooks. Probably. Can't see your shoes, after all. That's important.
So she's carrying it to the counter now?
Yep. At the counter looks to be some bored teenage girl who looks like she tried to do makeup. And it looks really good for you. Your mom keeps giving her a look, though, like, really? It is a lot. It is the sort of thing that you'd expect a teen who's like, yep, I'm figuring this out. Look how awesome I am. And is very confident in their whole week's worth of skills.
Puts the costume on the counter. I like your costume.
She kind of looks down. He's like, what?
Because you're a princess.
Aww.
It's like, oh, scans it. $24.99.
Turns to her mom, like, puts a hand out. Can I pay for it?
Sure. And she just kind of hands you a card.
I don't... She doesn't know how to use cards.
She's like, okay, come on, just put it in the machine. I know, I didn't bring cash. I'm sorry.
Slides it. She put the PIN number in?
It's a credit card.
Oh, I was going to say the PIN number out loud.
That is why she gave you that one. That's probably happened before.
Sounds about right.
Ame is just like, alright, and there we go. And you check out. June is just kind of following behind, making sure that nothing is dropped along the way, no part of the costume comes out. Just watching, because they aren't going to have a car after they drop you off, so that's going to suck.
This is going to be so cool!
But you get to the car and are basically like, okay, when we arrive, just go ahead and get dressed. And you can do it in the car if you want, or you can get out.
She's putting it on before the car. She's taking it out of the package.
Of course.
And just amazing. Yeah, it's not hard to do. It just takes some time. And along the way, you do start You see June just kind of turns on the radio, which you always think is silly when, like, why would you do that when you could pick the song? But he just likes the radio. And it's like goes through a whole bunch of different stations, and at one point it gets to a news station and it starts talking about some missing kids case. And it's kind of weird, a little weird, but it's not very important. It seems it's like, okay, it's the news. Maybe it's not real. Who knows? The news people might just get paid to say stuff.
That always happens to other kids.
But you go and you end up driving to the house, and we'll pick up on what happens after that later. Now, in true Yeld fashion, where order of things is determined purely by volunteering, which of you would like to go next?
I'll go ahead and go next.
All right. Avery, how did you wake up this morning?
So, Avery woke up, and her first thought was, crud, I still don't have a good costume.
There is the dreaded bunny costume hanging off your bed. You notice, like, you see some of the package and it has this gigantic cartoon smile on it in everything, like with this little artistic rendition of a bunny. It's a lot.
It's a bit much for me. I think Avery probably spent some time digging around in her closet and eventually pulled out instead this one hat that she got at one point that's like sort of just like a simple cloth hat with like floppy bunny ears hanging off the side, but like it's looks like it was just made out of like someone's old hoodie or something. And so she figures, well, I mean, this isn't as bad. I could wear this under my hat and just have the ears, and yeah, I think this could work.
Yeah, it works pretty good. It's like you go look in the mirror, do a little bit of posing. You don't really know how to pose, but you feel like you're getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, you gotta practice, you know.
You also know, because it's the weekend, also because you need a bride, that your mom, Bree, is still there. You can hear her walking around and talking on the phone, seemingly asking about business stuff, you think? I don't know. It's hard to tell. She does like 2 different jobs. It's just kind of a mess. Why would you have more than one job? One person, one job, right?
Why would you even have that? Jobs are awful.
Exactly. So you're able to kind of get your stuff together to some degree and head downstairs for breakfast. And you see Bree just kind of walking back and forth. You've grown used to this, but your mom looks pretty freaking great. She just always is kind of just done up and looks absolutely amazing. You've kept hearing other people describe her makeup as on point. You're not sure what that means because you've never seen anything pointy that involves makeup, but that's what they keep saying. And she's kind of pacing back and forth and looks over. She's like, "Oh, hey, hon," and just kind of gives a very quick wave and continues just going back, forth. And you can see she has a granola bar in her left hand that she's gesticulating with.
Yeah, Avery just kind of waves back and goes ahead and gets herself some breakfast.
You are very happy to discover that the gallon of milk, which yesterday was a big pain to move, has been emptied a good amount, and now is much easier to get out and use.
Bane of my existence. It's another good word, bane. I like that one.
It's a good word, yes. It's like you kind of are thinking about it and you look and you're wondering, like, where did I get that word? And you see on the fridge is, like, you know, like those letters some people sometimes get and they just put different words, and one of them is Bane.
Oh, right, that would explain it.
Above it is all sorts of different things, different words. It looks like one was your mom maybe trying to tell a story without vowels. Your mom is weird.
Yeah.
Why is she so weird?
I mean, that's just moms, right? Parents are always weird.
Yes, you're able to get your cereal and pour the milk, no problem. It's easy. You're a strong girl, and this is only half a gallon of milk now. You got this.
Heck yeah.
And eventually, you see your mom kind of hangs up as she disconnects from her call, and she's like, Hey, hun. So I want you to know we are going to be able to make it, but we're going to be a little late.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah, just like I have to go pick up a couple things for a shoot, and it shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't take long. I promise I won't talk to the anyone. So that way we'll keep things moving.
Okay, if you say so.
You have my word. And as you know, that's good for a lot.
Okay.
This is something your mom says a lot.
Yep, just one of those things. One of those mom-isms.
Did you get all packed? Are you ready?
Yeah, I've got everything in my backpack, and I'm ready to go when you are.
Awesome.
Avery has, in fact, packed up the horrible bunny costume, even though she has no intention to wear it. But she doesn't want her mom to feel bad and notice that she didn't even bring it with her.
She does make note of that it's in the pack and just kind of smiles at you. And very much the look of that is, I feel like I did a good.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes it worse.
Yeah.
But eventually she just kind of goes and starts heading toward the door. She's like, all right, if there's anything else you need, now's the time.
No, I'm good.
I knew you'd be ready. Oh, look at you, my little sleepy baby. Look, you're just so adorable.
She just kind of pouts and then kind of bats away her mom's hands as she's trying to pinch her cheek.
And she just kind of brings you to the car, and you end up going in the back because you are too short and too light to sit in the front, which luckily gives you a little bit of extra room, but also means it's very hard to see anything.
Yeah.
You have one friend that has like one of these really old cars where the seats in the back let you see backwards. It's great. You can see so much stuff. It's just a little weird sometimes when you see everything turned around.
It's like you're always going in reverse.
But you get in the car and she's like, all right, we're just going to quickly stop at one place. I promise it'll be quick. I already said that. That's okay. I've promised again. See? Double promise.
Okay, Mom. I believe you. She does not believe her.
She just kind of drives you along and eventually gets to a dry cleaner's place where she goes inside and she checks a thing and you kind of can see inside by just kind of unbuckling yourself and looking. And apparently something went wrong with the order as she seems to be talking to them and gesticulating at it. And every once in a while your mind just kind of starts to try to fill in what in the world they could possibly be saying. It's never very accurate. But sometimes it's fun just to think that your mom is complaining about all the beans that got put in her dress.
Who put all these beans here? Why would you put beans? I wanted this dress cleaned, not full of beans.
I don't know, ma'am. I thought you did the bean treatment, so we put beans in it. But eventually, 45 minutes later, you finally are able to get everybody out, and your mom comes back with her dress, and she's like, they mixed up my order. I'm so sorry. They just spelled the last name wrong, and so they gave me somebody else's, thinking close enough, I guess. Hey, now we're good, right?
Yeah, all good. And she just smiles.
She just looks and she's like, awesome. And she goes and starts trying to plug in the address, and then she's like, what's your friend's address? Wait, no, I got it. I wrote it down somewhere. And starts scrolling through some texts. Checks her email. I know it's somewhere. Don't worry, I got this. Wait, did we go there before? Have we been there before?
We have not been there before.
Shit, shoot. It's okay. Let's see.
I think by this point, Avery has pulled out her own phone and is sending it again.
And she just kind of like going around, all of a sudden checking different things, and all of a sudden, ding! And she checks, she's like, oh, thank God. Oh, that's you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. See? You're wonderful. My little beepy girl.
She pouts a bit, but also can't help but smile.
And she kind of puts the car into reverse, begins to back up, and then she stops and is like, wait, are you buckled in?
Uh-huh.
And then she stops, and she's like, okay, good. And then you hear beep, 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 and she looks down, and it's like, shh. It buckles her own self in. And you begin to drive out. It takes a little bit of time. Unfortunately, due to it being late, you get stuck in LA traffic to a degree. which basically means a lot of sitting around, and despite the fact that it's winter, it's still not very cold. Luckily, you can reach the thing and put down the windows if it starts getting too warm. Admittedly, it's a little bit hard to concentrate on anything, as your mom ends up turning on some music and singing to it. She's a very confident singer. But she's a model, not a singer. And sometimes, even a kid can recognize that. But heck, sometimes it's about having fun.
Yeah, at some point, Avery, like, some song that Avery actually likes probably comes on, and Avery winds up singing along with her.
It's at that point she actually goes and, like, pretends to, like, have a microphone with one of her in one of her hands and starts just kind of singing around. And you, at one point, you just kind of look and you're just like, she's not looking at the road quite enough, which is very good that you're stopped. But there's definitely several times where she gets honked at as she is doing this to move forward, because she did not notice that the cars had moved. But eventually you're able to turn off and find yourself going to a house. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but Avery, I need you to make me a smart roll as you roll up to it. This is going to be another skill challenge, which is going to determine whether or not you know something. I'm, again, going to roll only 1d6 against your however many smart dice you have.
I've got 2 smart dice.
Alright, I roll a 6. And
I got a 7, just barely.
Yes. So you beat it, and you're looking at it, and that's when you realize something. At school, oftentimes they will have sometimes in certain places, if you go past the teacher's lounge, for example, which you're not supposed to go in, but sometimes you go by because why not?
Yeah.
They sometimes just have, like, the news on, and you actually saw this house on the news. It's kind of weird. As you pull up to it and you realize you're pulling up to the house on the news. And you can see even, like, a realtor sign that seems to have been, like, it's just kind of knocked over, hasn't been removed yet.
I think without even thinking about how little sense it would make, Avery kind of cranes her neck around looking for, like, news vans or anything.
You do. It's like you look around, and with that roll, I'm going to say you notice one other thing. There is some signs posted up about a missing boy. Still worrying. Hopefully not connected.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
And you go get ready to get out as we move to Maria. Maria, how do you wake up today?
Waking up, just an average morning. Not much different from a weekday, except just wakes up later than usual. Just gets up, gets breakfast, gets ready to just relax and watch some TV while thinking about plans for the rest of the day.
All right. You get up, and as you turn on the TV and you kind of start flipping through things, you also see a thing about a missing kid as you're flipping through. But you don't really see anything else. You just keep going. Apparently it happened a while ago. Boring. It's like, if people don't actually write it down into a fun story, what's the point? So, oh well. Or maybe it's just, it's hard to think about those things. It depends. I don't know how your brain works.
Yeah, you see that on the news all the time.
Exactly. And it sucks. But oh well. Now, would you say either of your parents are there today?
What day of the week is it again?
Saturday.
Honestly, maybe one of them.
Alright.
But they're probably getting ready to get some more work done.
Alright. So, at one point you do see one of your parents kind of come out and just seem to be getting, just kind of like getting their clothes together and everything else ready and looking down. Are you wearing your costume?
I think it would be ready, but not on yet until I'm about to leave. Don't want to spill anything on it after all.
That makes sense. You are a smart young woman. At least that's what your moms keep telling you. And so you see Sochiel just kind of coming up and looking at you and sees the bag and everything. She's just like, oh, that's today. Today's Halloween. Oh, no. Oh, I'm... Kind of goes, you know what? I'll be right there. Just 1 second. And just kind of goes into another room really quick and closes the door. Although you can the door isn't super thick, so you can hear a little bit as she seems to be calling people around, trying to find a ride for you.
Oh, that was already arranged. Remember, I have an older brother who's
Oh, yeah.
a senior in high school and can drive.
Oh, that is true. Whoops! So, she kind of is going around and then comes out later looking embarrassed as she's like, alright, your brother is going to take you today. Things are going to be fine. Just, if you need anything, you know my number. Just go ahead and call me. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mom.
Hey, and remember, Halloween is not just to dress up as you want. It's to dress up and get candy. I think that's the entire thing. I think that's the only point of this holiday. So get lots of candy. Bring me back some. And she just kind of smiles at you.
Yeah, I swap out the little, plastic pumpkin bucket for an emptied, 5-gallon bucket, industrial bucket.
She just kind of looks like, good girl. Absolutely, just seems absolutely just pleased with your choice. And eventually, your brother comes out and just kind of immediately just kind of looks down and just like, you ready?
It's like, I'm ready, after I've gotten the costume on.
He just kind of looks like, magical girl, huh?
Oh, that's a witch costume.
Oh, which one?
Just a witch.
He looks a little disappointed when you don't take his bait, but, and he's just like, that makes sense. Alright, let's go do this. I have some things to do today. And, the car starts up. The car your brother has, would you say it's in good repair? Or, it's like, is this your parents' car?
I'd say it's, it runs well, but it is not the prettiest thing to look at. But it will get you where you want to go reliably.
Awesome. So he kind of slides inside, makes sure that you have what you need. And by which I mean, he's like, you ready?
It's like, yeah.
Moment you sent, he goes. And it's a little fast, and you just kind of push back into your seat a little. He just, if you can go somewhere, you might as well go fast.
That's how teenagers drive.
Exactly.
And I'm used to this. This is not the first time.
Yep.
I just double check to make sure that the seatbelt is properly buckled.
It is. It seems good. And there's a little bit kind of back and forth where sometimes he takes a turn and you just kind of go one way, and then you're kind of rights himself, it starts going straight, and then goes the other way, and you're just... It's kind of fun in a way, but you also know you need to sit up straight to use your seatbelt right. You know this. The drive takes a little bit. At one point, he seems to have decided that the directions aren't necessary a couple blocks out. It takes an extra 5 minutes to get there as he drives back past the house a couple times, until eventually he does come back and park. And as he just kind of looks at it and he's like, oh, where'd you meet this kid?
At school.
Huh.
Yeah, we had that fair thing.
Well, in that case,
We punched the werewolf. Or they punched the werewolf.
oh.
I called the teacher, because I'm responsible.
He just kind of looks, he's like, yeah, you're awesome like that. Good job. And kind of just holds out his hand like to give you a high five.
I give a high five back, and I also ask about his friend who was seemed rather bruised. The one that had been missing in class.
Oh,
that he said skipped out that day.
Yeah, he's. I think he's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Sometimes you have a friend who makes choices, and those choices seem like a great idea at the time, and then you get the shit kicked out of you. Don't tell Mom I said that.
Okay. I will repeat it, though.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
It sounds fun. It sounds like a fun word.
The shit... Okay, it's actually a great word. Great words. Shit kick... Yeah, it's a phrase. The whole phrase. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell my teachers what I learned.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. That's... Yeah, love you. And he kind kind of goes and just unlocks the door. Kind of, as he's just staring at the steering wheel like, what have I done?
Seemed like
Alright.
a good idea at the time.
Love you. I'm gonna have a shit-kicking day.
He's like, yeah, you just go kick that shit. Yep, all the shit. Kick it. Kick shit. Shit. As the door closes behind you. You can see there is a couple other cars parked there, and one of which has a couple of parents which you don't recognize. Not that you really expected to recognize anybody's parents here, but, like, I don't know, it's like there's, you can also see the kid inside and you don't recognize them, but then you also see Avery pull up with her mom, who, at this point, has, like, her phone on this little thing on the dash and is, like, talking loudly, and you could, like, hear her through the windows.
Okay, I try to meet up with the new friends that I've made, and I'm going to tell them about the fun new phrase that I learned.
Well, you recognize Avery. You don't recognize the other kid, though. So, eventually, Avery, you are let out of the car, and she's like, alright, I'll pick you up at, like, what was it? Noon? Noon tomorrow? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me if it's not noon.
No, noon's fine.
Alright, and remember, wear that costume, wear it proud. You look awesome, kid. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Love you.
She winks and kind of does a little blow kiss thing, and then kind of just drives away, but it's kind of like this really sharp U-turn, and then she backs up and just zooms.
Oh, hey Maria.
Hi.
So I guess this is Zoe's place, huh?
It looks haunted.
I guess I dressed it up for Halloween, too.
Yeah. I mean, I think this place might be famous. I don't know.
You do remember there was a rumor going about school about some kid disappearing in a haunted house.
It's probably not this, though.
Yeah, this is just Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
Those bats look so real.
Now the door opens for you, and you just see kind of June come out, and like almost reaches to get your seatbelt. I'm like, wait, you got this?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, show me.
Okay.
He's been doing this for years.
What am I doing?
You to unbuckle yourself.
Oh my god.
It's not. It's like, oh my god. It's like, Dad, I know how to do this.
I got it.
Okay, well, show me. Come on.
You're... Fiddles with it. Takes it off, jumps out.
See, got it. And he holds up a hand for a high five.
Yeah. Dad, I don't even know Zoe that well. You gonna leave me here?
Hey, think of it this way. It's a special sleepover with somebody that you knew, and hey, you're the only one that knows what's going on. So you can be there for her when it's, sometimes when things a little bit hard, like when you move. So we're...
Oh, like a secret.
Yes, exactly. It's a secret. Don't...
Haha.
Yeah. Hopefully
Okay.
this place will be better for her.
I mean, can it? I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest, actually.
That's okay. And you see Mama is just like, hey, shush! And June's like, makes a noise and like does a little shrug. Like,
I mean, I get it. Home's kind of boring.
and they kind of start heading towards the door. And Maria and Avery, you see this kid you have never seen before, just kind of going up there.
Brandishing the fake plastic knife.
Oh, geez, another one. Hi. How's it going?
Yeah, hello.
You're not scared?
No?
Those teenagers were scared.
Well, that's probably for the best. Teenagers are kind of butts anyway.
Yeah, you should kick their shit.
Is my dad still here?
Yeah, your dad's just kind of looking and just like eyes wide. Your mom is just kind of turns away like, this is not my problem. Not my kid, not my problem. June at one point just gets down on one knee and just like, hi, I'm Now's dad. Do you know her? Have you met her before? No, wait, of course you wouldn't. Do you know Of course you know Zoe. You see his wife just kind of look at him and
I say, I just politely introduce myself. Hi, my name is Maria. I'm here for...
You're adorable. You a witch?
Yes, I am a witch.
Ah, great. Great. I love witches. It's the best part of the holiday, I think.
You like witches more than this?
No. Never.
Okay.
Mame kind of comes up and just like heads to the door to knock, and he's like, "All right, you all want to come up here? It's surprised that you didn't come to the door with you."
All right. I start heading towards it, and I say, the best part of the holiday is irresponsible amounts of sugar, or that's what my mom says.
She just kind of laughs. She's like, "That makes sense," and then kind of looks at June and mouths something at him, and he just kind of gives a look just like he's trying to convey. I don't know. It looks like adult speak. They are trying to talk, and then they start saying things out of order. But you know it. It's just Pig Latin. You figured that out when you're like 5. This is easy stuff. Talking about not too much ugershe, ude te, and it's like, yeah, it's you're not really sure why anybody would think that's a code at all. But some adults just like maybe they're just dreamers and they hope.
Yeah, I also don't like too much sugar, because you have to stop before your stomach hurts. So only about 20 candy bars in.
You just see June just like looks at his wife. She looks back and he's just like, yep. You see, good parents right there. And she just kind of pulls out a water bottle and just takes a long swig. Now, who would like to knock on the door?
Me. Straight up. Slams.
You just like slam into the door, or do you like slam your fist into the door?
Fist.
All right, you go up to the door and you're just like, knock as loud as you can. Which, admittedly, for your small kid fist, isn't super loud, but it's pretty loud for you.
I kind of just stare at everybody and just nonchalantly press the doorbell instead.
I will say, the moment you do, it's like the door, like after the knock, it's like you can hear somebody coming, and as you press the doorbell goes a da 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 dun, and it's like what? And then you see like this woman open up the door, and she's like, just snaps twice, like shit. I was like, hi, hello, welcome to our home, and she's like, honey, there's some people are here, and you just kind of see Zoe peek over and just take it. It's like, and you can see her like sitting at a table and just like takes another bite of her waffle, and then she waves.
Hey Zoe, trick or treat.
I wave back.
Hi Zoe. Hi Miss Puzzle. Pastlin.
She just laughs like, okay, you can call me Olivia. Over there is just go up and just call her beautiful. She loves that.
What? Okay.
Okay, but Harper. Her name's Harper.
Is she telling me to go to Zoe and call
her? No. She meant her wife.
Her wife.
God. What's happening?
Yes, go tell my kid she's beautiful. Do it.
And that her name is Harper.
You're Harper now. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
So it's just like like mom walks over, and it's just like, thanks mom, and she's like, and as she does that, you can also see that Olivia is dressed like Morticia from the Addams Family.
Oh my god.
Is only made worse when you see Harper walk in, and Harper is wearing a fake mustache. Looks like she doesn't have the rest of her costume ready yet, but she's like, oh, hi, hello, welcome. It's like, it kind of just comes over, it's like, how are each of you? Oh, hi, you must be, now's parents. And they just kind of start talking and engaging with adult stuff.
I walk over to her and say, my mom says that wax works really great for that.
She's like, looks at you and just bursts out laughing, and she's like, yeah, watch this. She just grabs it, pulls it off, and then sticks it on your nose.
It's like, gross. I take it off.
And she takes it back. I need to get my costume on, but I can quickly talk to the parents. So nice to meet you. What is your name?
My name is Maria, and I am here to raid all the candy.
She just kind of looks, smiles, and just like, that is what the holiday's for. And Olivia's just like, that is not what the holiday's for. It's for the costumes. I put so much work into this. And they just kind of look and like, all right. So any of you, we have some food going around. Lunch will be ready in a couple of hours, and we'll of course do trick-or-treating tonight. Feel free to just kind of do whatever you want. We have a whole bunch of rooms that you can go into. We have the living room or the kitchen, or if you like, you can go in the garage, but it's a lot of boxes. Right now, we're still moving in. We have the backyard, Zoe's room, parents' bedroom, and Zoe eventually walks up and is like, Mom, you don't need to list every room. I can just show them the room. She's like, no, I'm making it very clear, this way, because I've read in one of my parenting books that if you make sure that choices are very clear, and she's like, Mom, why are you telling me what your parenting book says? And she's like, well, it's and starts trying to explain, like, parenting theory to Zoe. As she's just giving a look like, why are you talking to me like this? What is this? Why am I being included? But eventually Zoe just kind of comes over and she's like, you want to see the house? We have food.
Yeah, sure.
Just kind of walks away, and you can see that in her left hand she just has part of a waffle.
Avery follows after. Zoe, your parents are weird.
And she kind of turns around, looks at them, and it's like, yeah, and you see the two of them talking to June and Mame, and just seem to be talking about adult stuff, you think. Admittedly, you're at a house now. This is infinitely more interesting. The boards seem to creak under your feet as you go. It's rather loud, but it's kind of nice. And Zoe just kind of leads you into the kitchen. It's like, we got waffles and granola bars and sausage and tuna, and it just starts listing off everything in the pantry.
I think Avery just says, wow, I can see where your mom gets it from.
Huh?
Listing everything.
Zoe just kind of has this intake of breath as she just looks mortified that she was doing it.
Anywho, so, is this place famous or something?
Well, we got it, cheap, was what Mom said.
I saw it on TV. Don't really know why, though.
Yeah, your Halloween decorations are really neat. I saw the fake bats you have outside. They look so real.
Oh, thank you. Apparently, she just kind of looks, she's like, Olivia has a lot of decorations. This is not half of the decorations. She has a giant skeleton.
They were even flying.
What? She kind of looks and she's like, what? the bats were... She just kind of goes over to the window and sticks her face against it and looking out, and she's like, oh! And just walks over and just tugs on Harper's hand, and she's like, Mom, I think we have bats in the attic. And she's like, oh, shoot. I'll be right back! And just starts running up the stairs.
This place seems good. My parents said this place would treat you better, as a house.
So he just looks over and he's like, I guess?
I don't know what that means, but seems nice.
It doesn't seem like a bad house, I don't think.
Seems to be treating us okay.
Your parents sound weird, too.
Wait, are some parents not weird?
I don't know. It's just something I've been noticing lately. It seems like literally all parents are weird.
That makes sense.
My parents aren't weird.
Now, really quick, does everybody have a sort of basic character description they might be able to give their character? For those of you that have not seen the promotional art.
Sure. So Avery's small, wears kind of pastel colored clothes, like a little hoodie and skirt, and has a pink hat and big poofy orange hair.
So poofy.
So poofy.
Now is about 4.5 feet. She has rimless glasses, very adult, ponytails with hair ties with red beads, and a large winter jacket. And around her neck, she has a necklace, which is a small bag.
Maria has dark brown skin, black hair. She doesn't wear anything on her face. No glasses. She'd like to get earrings, but her parents said that that's for later. Her hair has just started to grow out, so it's still fairly short, just barely below her ears. And it's too short to style, so it's just kind of a little messy as it grows out.
Zoe is pretty pale. She has blue eyes with brown hair, though at the tips of her hair she has an assortment of colors, including pink, red, and green. She is wearing a choker and a little pink dress with little flowers on it, and a nice little cardigan.
Maria is fully in the witch costume with the pink ribbon highlights.
Yeah. It looks
I
like...
forgot about costumes.
All right.
In that case...
Wait, you got a costume. You got a costume on the way here.
Yes, I'm like, the costume is just like a black robe with like the scream mask.
Yep. I will say Zoe looks at you and is just like, now I respect this decision.
It's hard to breathe.
I'm gonna go get mine. You want to come see my room?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Make sure to grab food if you ever want food, because I don't have food in my room. I'm not supposed to have food in my room. And she runs up after telling you to bring food to her room.
Now goes grab some food and goes to the room.
Yeah, I think Avery does the same.
Maria has just eaten, but she does pack away like 3 granola bars for later.
Smart.
Now leans over to like Maria and Avery. I've already seen the room, actually.
You have? You've been here before?
My parents helped her move in.
Oh. I like your necklace, by the way.
Thank you. It's for protection.
Ooh.
Any of you who got food, you may select, essentially you get to pick a food item, and you have it now. This item can give you basically you can eat it before a roll, and it can you get to choose right now whether it gives you a strong dice, smart dice, tough dice, or brave dice. And somewhere on the character sheet you could probably put food, and I don't know where.
I was about to ask.
I thought there was a place. Put it on the back, under loot, I guess. Eventually you do get up to Zoe's room, and you can see that she has like a kind of like, it looks like a very small TV, probably about maybe like 8 inches across, 8 inches up. So, and you can see like there's like a little video game system on the ground, and she just kind of runs over and starts putting on this costume on top of her clothes. And you all recognize the same one as that you saw from yesterday. You also can see there is a glove on the side, and at the tip of each finger has been glued plastic spoons.
I see why you didn't wear the glove yesterday.
She looks and it's like, it looks dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the Frankie Kroger outfit.
Yep, it is the Frankie Kroger outfit. As she puts on her striped shirt, and this time she actually has a hat, and she puts it on, and she's like, I really don't think this is very scary. But Mom said it was scary. And if Mom says it's scary, it might be scary, maybe.
Maybe.
I think it's really nice. I mean, scary.
So, anyone of you want to play some video games?
Heck yes.
Awesome. For anyone who wants to play video games, please roll smart, as we are going to have them play video games, and depending on how they do, it's going to determine if they get something out of it.
I'm gonna eat my food item.
You're going to eat? You're okay?
Which gives me a +1 to smart.
Awesome.
So now it's 3. What?
Oh.
That's not fair.
Zoe rolled a 2.
That's how the dice go sometimes.
Yeah. So, for everybody who got 5 or higher, you get a special dice of I know about kid special dice. Zoe is not very good at this game, apparently. Yeah,
Look,
you kind of...
Not everybody can be good at Smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's very true. She keeps kind of doing certain characters, and it seems like she doesn't actually know what she's doing with them, but she just keeps going for the girl characters, and that seems to be her entire way of choosing. So you all be able to kind of spend a little time, and it's just kind of fun. And eventually you do see Harper kind of come in, and now she is wearing a suit along with the fake mustache, and just kind of checking in on you all, looks in, but doesn't seem to like wanting to interrupt. In part because when she does come in, it's like Zoe kind of gives her a look like, "Don't you dare."
Alright, what was the special dice that we were getting?
I know about kids.
Yeah, for knowing about kids stuff.
So a little time passes, and eventually Zoe's like, "Wow, maybe I should just play the other characters I know how to play."
I mean, like, okay, so playing the characters you're not as good at is how you practice and get better.
Point. I should just keep doing that then. Got it.
Also, that way I can keep winning.
She kind of sticks her tongue out at you.
I just play Peach because she's pink. Also, she can get back from anywhere.
I mean, that makes sense. That umbrella, and I don't know how she floats. Do you think if we got a princess dress, we could float?
It makes sense.
It does.
I wonder if I got a sword, if I could do a spin attack like Toon Link.
That would be cool. I want to spin. Actually, I have done some spinning, and I've done it with my mom, and like I can just spin, and it's great. Like I love spinning on chairs, but she always gets dizzy.
Now gives the toy knife to Avery. Do it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, alright. And Avery stands up and tries to, like, mimic how Link does the move. So she charges up and goes, "Ha!" and spins around and then falls over.
So he just kind of laughs. It's like,
I did it!
"You did it!"
That was so good.
You know, I think I now know why it takes so long for him to do it again.
Yeah. Oof. So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Video games are good,
Uh-huh.
but, like, we can play video games anytime. It's Halloween. Let's. Okay, no offense, Zoe. Your house is spooky, but that's perfect for Halloween. Let's go look around.
Oh, okay. She just kind of goes and starts bringing you around to the different rooms. And eventually she brings you into the living room, and you can see like there's a kind of a TV there that looks like maybe for watching movies, and a couch. And she's like, we have this. We might have some secrets. You want to check?
Secrets are good. Avery starts poking around for, like, bookcases and poking any books that are on them to see if she can get anything to open up.
Zoe just starts...
We can be like the Scooby Gang.
Zoe starts, basically just takes the couch cushions off and starts reaching down to the couch.
Oh, wait, no, we can't. We don't have a dog.
If only we caught that dog yesterday, then we would be good.
I want to be the dog.
That dog was so
I want to be the
weird.
dog. I'm really good at it.
I call dibs on Velma.
It's actually true. She is very good at it. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Did Daphne? Is that her name?
I think it's
so.
Daffy.
Daphne. My mom sometimes says that, but then she starts making weird sounds and talking about rabbits.
Oh, I've seen that one. I know that cartoon.
It's a cartoon. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I only know the dog.
For everybody who's searching, I need you to roll a skill check or a skill challenge, as we're going to see if you find anything in this room.
Okay, what dice are we rolling?
In this case, you're going to be rolling Brave as you go to try to search around, and you may also add, if you want, the Nap special dice, because this is full of comfy places, and apparently that helps you find things.
Oh, dang, that helps me. Wait, can I get another piece of food?
You can go get another piece of food if you want. This time, Zoe, seeing what you're doing, decides to have a snack too, because, yeah.
It's a pretty good idea, actually.
So, yeah.
I'm just replacing my food item, and I'm not going to use it this time.
Everybody roll. Zoe's not great at this.
Wow. Avery.
Avery's got good brave.
Yep. You're able to roll enough. You're the only one that rolls enough, as you find a bunch of change. You may now mark off that you have some coins. Because the way money works in Yeld is you do not have money like, oh, you have this much gold or something like that. Your money is either some coins, lots of coins, tons of coins, or none. We are playing kids after all. This is how math works.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What was the level of the challenge roll? That
It was a 5.
Dang.
Yeah. 4, 3, 4, 9.
Yeah, Avery's got a lot of brave dice, and then she was like, "Oh right, we can eat food."
I should
And it
have
worked out.
just been mid-maxing my food.
So, at this point, Zoe just kind of leads you to the kitchen, and it's just like, we can check the garage, or we can check my parents' bedroom, or we go in the backyard. But I think we should do the backyard last. So the backyard is something special that I want to show you all. It's really cool.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Let's. I think your mom said that the garage is full of boxes. Boxes are kind of like treasure chests if you think about it.
That is true.
and you can also hide in them to sneak past guards.
It's true. Boxes are so good at that. I one time brought a box to school, but my teacher confiscated it, which is very funny because it took up the entire left side behind the desk, so she kept bumping into it. She didn't give my box.
I remember that day.
Zoe just kind of giggles.
See, you weren't using it right if it got confiscated. You're supposed to be inside it.
Oh, I was, but then Harper was just like, Mom was just like, you shouldn't be walking around like that. You can't see. And I'm like, I can see fine. And then I ran into something, and I was right.
Wait, if you were right, then why did you run into it?
She kind of stops for a moment and thinks, it's like, I don't know. Huh.
Anywho, let's go find more treasure.
Into the garage. As you all run past, and you can see Harper and Olivia are both saying goodbye to Now's parents. And now, I need you kind of, as you're going by, you just kind of see a little piece of candy get thrown your way from June.
Tackles it, pounces on it.
He just laughs. He's like, "Atta girl." And they start leaving, and they're like, "See you later. Talk to you tomorrow," and all that other stuff. And
love you. Bye.
And then as they leave, you just see June just start walking away, stop, look at Mame, and it just turns around and goes and looks Zoe's mama's in the eyes, walks up to the doorbell, and presses it. As you hear ba-da-da-dum, and they both go. He's like, "Man, I love that." Olivia's just like, "I know, it's great, right? I got it on sale. It was so cheap." And Zoe just kind of rolls her eyes. She's like, "He's not going to change it after Halloween."
I mean, it does kind of fit the house.
True. But you're able to kind of run past while the goodbyes are going on into the garage, and it is dark. And Zoe just like, "I don't actually know where the lights are, so
we should look for it then."
Let me see if I can find it. And Avery's gonna pull out the plushie that from her backpack, the plushie that she won at the festival yesterday.
Awesome. Everybody who wants to look, please roll a brave check and add any see in the dark special dice you might have.
No.
Jesus Christ, Emma. 17 with
Wow.
3d6. Dear God.
We're just doing brave?
Just brave and any see in the dark. In this case, Zoe has
Yes.
1 brave and 1 see in the dark, so she gets a 2d6. She's rolling not great today.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That plushie is just like a lighthouse right now.
Yeah, it's just like you activate it and it's like, boom, just light everywhere. And yeah, Maria and
So glad I won
Maria
this.
and Avery, you both are looking around, and you do find the light, and you click it, and it doesn't turn on. It seems the light bulb's out. But ironically,
dang
right under that is a flashlight,
Oh,
which means you can take a flashlight if you so desire. It's a little gear item that gives you 1 see in the dark dice.
I've already got my Medikitty, so do you want it, Maria?
Yeah, I'll take the flashlight.
Zoe just kind of looking, just like, and ends up kind of looking around and checking like some of the different boxes. You all kind of look with the lights, and you basically find a lot of what you would expect, which is things that haven't been unpacked yet. It's, as it turns out, somehow the flashlight was the most interesting part. There was a lot of clothes. You think at one part you find a quilt, but it's like half completed. You go through and eventually you find a box marked Goodwill.
Ooh.
And when you open it, it's just full of boys' clothes.
Wow.
And when that happens, we just like, oh, you know what? We should go to my parents' room, and just runs out.
I mean, okay, yeah. Not really interested in any old boys' clothes anyways.
Zoe, at this point, you can see, like, her moms are kind of going around. One of them is putting up decorations. And starts heading towards the garage and looks at all you come pouring out. And just like, find anything fun?
Nope, light bulb's broken.
She's like, yep, that's why I put the flashlight in there. And you see her go in, and then all of a sudden later, she's like, you just hear, fuck! As she sees it. From inside, as she's looking around, just like, where's the flashlight?
Oh, that's a new word.
Oh, I've heard my mom say that one sometimes.
Zoe kind of pokes around the corner and she's like,
My brother says it's the most useful word in the English language when he's talking to his friends.
But what does
He
it
doesn't like
mean?
me saying it for some reason.
Yeah. Grown-ups are always like that when we try to say the fun words.
Zoe kind of comes around the corner and says, it means cornucopia.
What does that
I
mean?
think it's like a cornflower.
Huh.
I could check with my phone,
Weird.
but I don't wanna.
Anywho, more treasure
Yes,
hunting.
let's go to my mom's room. And she kind of leads you in and purposely gets kind of quiet as she's going, and just kind of like opens up the door just a smidge, and then like slides inside, despite the fact that they're both busy somewhere else in the house.
Why are we sneaking?
Because it's fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm never allowed to go inside my parents' room. This is very new.
My mom's room's mostly just full of, like, boring stuff.
We should search it. I bet you there's something in here.
Alright, let's take a look.
Alright. This time is going to be a smart roll, and you may add any I know about adults special dice you might have. If you don't got any, then, well, oh well. So, you all are kind of going around, and at one point, you see Zoe just kind of like, once you all get in the closet, she's like, oh, I think I know what's in here. And Maria or Avery, which of you are the one that wants to go on top for the kids' tower for checking the top shelf?
I mean, I'm pretty small.
Zoe's definitely gonna is helping. She's gonna be on the bottom, helping you all both kind of get up there. And as you get up there, oh, it's something wonderful. It's something you've only seen in TV, Avery.
What is it?
It's
What is it?
nunchucks. They're plastic nunchucks. Do you play with them?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Although I do make sure to ask, hey, Zoe, are your mom's ninjas?
She just kind of looked at me like, oh no, that's mine. It was confiscated after I hit myself in the face.
Oh. Do you want it?
Sure. And she just kind of takes it and she kind of starts trying to use it and thunk, it hits herself in the face. Losing one smart die. And she's like,
Now pulls out her plastic knife. I challenge you.
and she kind of looks like, let's do it. And, you know
I'm
what?
gonna stand back and get ready to
Yeah, Avery's also gonna take a big step back.
get ready to call parents if something happens.
She just kind of comes up and she's going to try and fight you. So this is going to be a little strong contest, and you may add anything that like works with that. In this case, like, we're not actually going to get hurt because we are kids and we do not know what we're doing right now. But we're going to see who wins this mock fight. And Zoe is going to use the new Fight Dirty dice that her nunchucks give her. Because that's what happens when she doesn't injure herself.
I just have the one strong. You ready?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Zoe comes for you, and yes, she's kind of flailing with this thing, but keeps bapping you on the head and definitely not meaning to many of the time. She's just kind of having fun, and then a couple times also hit herself. It looks like a mess. It is. These nunchucks are not great at, well, anything, it seems.
Ow! 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 Okay, ow! I only blocked like 2 of those.
Oh wait, they give charge, not fight dirty. That still works though.
Close enough.
Alright, you've got it, okay.
I win something! Woo!
It's your birthday.
Alright, now you all ready for the best part?
Yes.
He gets really excited and starts running down the hallway, waiting for you all to follow, and just kind of starts pointing around. It's like, now, if you're going around, and it's like there's like some really cool things. Like over there, you can see some trees, and several of you see in the trees seems to be something shiny,
Ooh.
and it's kind of reflecting in the light. Though Zoe hasn't seemed to have noticed it, at least for now.
Zoe. What is that?
Oh. Ooh. I don't know. We should get it. Want to do a race?
Sure.
Alright. We're going to have another one. This time, it's going to be strong, and you can add climb. Boop-a-doo. So we got a 6.
Avery is not very good at climbing.
Now it's like holding her nose. not climbing.
What about Maria?
She's just okay at climbing. I think with a 4, just so making it.
And you see, Zoe does get up, and she's like, comes down, and she's like, I found coins in the tree. Who puts coins in a tree?
That's
They're
weird.
mine now. Just kind of looks, she's like, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. And then she kind of looks up at all of you and just like realizes she's singing to herself.
Happy birthday. Looks to everyone else.
Happy birthday
To
to
you.
you. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, thanks.
Maria was too distracted thinking about why coins would be in a tree. Like some kind of banker squirrel, maybe?
Alright, now, follow me into the trees, and I'm going to show you the cool thing. And you see...
Wait, you mean the coins weren't the cool thing?
No, I didn't know the coins were there.
Oh, right.
And so she kind of walks back, and you have to go through a couple trees. It's kind of weird. It has a pretty big backyard, but a lot of it's kind of covered up. But once you get behind the trees, and you can even see there's like some oak trees, there's kind of like with a branches over, so it looks like you wouldn't be able to even see this from the sky very easily. And you see what looks to be a bunker. And Zoe just looks back, she's like, this is a bomb shelter.
Whoa. Can we go inside? I want to see the bombs.
I hope there's not bombs. Is there bombs?
It's a bomb shelter. Of course there's bombs. It's where they keep the bombs. That's why it's called that.
Wait, what? What?
No.
No. No.
That can't be right.
No.
That's not
Yeah.
what well, no, okay. Well, I don't know now. I don't know now.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll go find out.
Yeah, we'll go inside. We'll find out. I'll be right, and you'll all agree.
And she just kind of starts going in and heading towards the bunker. And as she gets to it, you see it does have, like, a locked door. And she tries to open it, and it doesn't open. Oh, man.
Ah,
What kind of lock is it?
It looks just like the sort of thing that you, like a basic lock that you'd insert a key into. If you have some sort of skills with lockpicking, you could try. Can't remember what special dice that's called. But if you want, you could do it.
it's lockpicking.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. I think
Oh,
it's
it is
just spelled
lockpicking.
that.
Turns out you use lockpicking special dice to lockpick.
Who knew?
Or we could smash it with a big rock.
I saw that on TV.
I've tried that a few times. It doesn't work very well.
We can also try one other thing. I bet you Harper has it. She likes to have the keys. Not like all the keys. I think she just likes jingling.
Well, let's go ask then.
Though Olivia just says it's because she's too quiet and will scare her. But I'm pretty sure she just likes to jingle.
Oh, stealth mom.
Exactly.
I'm sure if we ask nicely, they'll give us a key.
You all kind of head over, and you can see it is definitely getting later in the day now, and like the sun's starting to go down. Turns out, exploring the entire house and thoroughly searching for things takes a while. And when you get back, you can see Harper there, just kind of walking back and forth as she just kind of seems to be reading a book while you see Olivia is looking like she's getting ready to make some sort of snack, but the moment you all come in, she turns around and closes the fridge like, oh, wait, it's not dinner time? I should set a good example. And you know this because that's exactly what she says.
Amazing.
Hey, Mom, can we go in the bunker? Or the bomb shelter? I don't know which it is. And they kind of exchange a glance, and they look like they might not do it. Would any of you like to try and convince them of this?
Please.
I am going to use my flawless logic to convince them that we should be allowed inside.
Please do. If you wish to, you may roll smart. If you have any persuade dice, please do so, and add those on top. And, oh,
nice.
they kind of look at you, and Olivia just kind of comes over, she's like, well, and Harper's like, sure. And then they kind of look at each other.
I just flawlessly explain that. At least they'll know where we are.
Olivia just kind of makes face like, you know what? Sure. Just be careful. It's just be very careful. Do you have like a flashlight or something? Or, just make sure you get a flashlight. Actually, Harper, have you seen the flashlight? I went into the garage and wasn't there. It's like, honey, I put it under the light. What could you not find it? It's like, no, I couldn't find it. It wasn't there.
It's okay. I got my Medi Kitty. Avery pulls out her plush kitty and turns the light on with it.
And I found this flashlight on the floor of the garage.
And you just see Olivia look at it and just kind of facepalm. Like, yeah, that works. That works.
It was like slightly behind the door on the ground. So this is the one that you're talking about. That one must be somewhere else.
Olivia is just kind of looking like, all right, you can do this, but I just have one thing really quick. Don't, like, if you see anything weird or the like, or, I don't know, if you see anything that looks like a bomb, for example, and gives a look at little Avery.
I've always wanted to see a bomb.
Don't touch it, okay?
Okay.
And she just kind of winks at Harper, who just kind of rolls her eyes a little. Harper is just like, yeah, kids, have fun. Just, remember, we're leaving soon for trick-or-treating, so don't take too long.
Oh, yeah.
We won't.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
just kind of tosses, the one looking... Honestly, she's decided that the one that looks most responsible is Maria, and tosses you the keys, and Zoe just kind of pouts a little.
I mean, it makes sense.
We'll be back soon. We have to get a lot of candy.
Harper's just like, you know it. After all, the best loot you can get is the loot people give you for free.
What's loot? Is it a type of candy?
Loot. It's like treasure.
Olivia laughs and says, an instrument. And Harper's like, no, you're not helping.
No, a harp isn't. That's a harp. Harper is an instrument.
No, a harper is somebody who plays the harp.
Do you play the harp?
No, I don't play the harp. My name is just Harper.
Okay, if you say so.
Harps are very expensive. I know. I asked my mom if I could. I saved up for years.
And then what happened?
And then you all should go and head out and not have your dreams crushed by my life.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Passelins.
They both kind of wave and smile as you all start heading back out.
Maria's gonna lead the way since she has the key, and she, makes a beeline to the bomb shelter. Or bunker, she's not sure. Everybody seems confused about what it is.
What's the difference? We don't know. Nobody knows. It's a secret to everyone.
Also, why is it called a beeline? It's not shaped anything like a bee.
You all get to the door. And Maria, you get up to it, and you unlock it rather easily. As you have a flashlight, you're able to turn it on and look down and immediately see it is utterly dark in there. Though there are lights, when you try to flip them on, they just don't work. Like they haven't been replaced. Or the electricity doesn't work.
Lights are broken.
Yeah, I came in here before, but it's really dark, and I didn't want to go alone. And I heard, splashing.
Yeah, everybody knows it's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah,
Wait, flashing?
yeah. And at that point, she, points down, and Maria kind of looks, it's flooded. There's water. It's weird.
Huh.
Does it smell weird?
It smells a little musty. but not terribly so. Like, maybe this is new.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my shoes so they don't get wet.
Alright. So, this is going to be an effort challenge as you all begin to search through here and see what you can find. The effort challenge will be 6. You can roll smart and add any see in the dark dice you have. So, whoever, and I will also note that it's an effort challenge, which means that if you do not succeed at the roll, well, that's an 11, so it doesn't matter. You would lose a core dice. But,
You're welcome.
Jesus.
What do you need to get to succeed?
You just needed a 6!
Oh, yay! Also, now does not take off her shoes because her socks are mismatched.
Call back to the same episode. You all just kind of start looking around, and eventually you find, like, kind of looking around, it's kind of weird there's all this water down here. But eventually you find a small hole. It looks like something that you could probably fit through if you just kind of ducked a little. But it's just like this place that all the water is coming out of. And it's just very strange. Though it is, let's see, who rolled highest? By 1, it was Avery. And as you bend down, you kind of turn your head sideways to look, and you kind of shining your bear in there, you see 2 eyes reflecting light back at you.
What the heck?
And as you lift your bear to take a closer look, you see the eyes disappear for a moment, and then you shine just enough to see a strange, long dog. One that's very familiar, because you saw it yesterday at the fair, looking back at you.
Dog! 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 Dog?
Where?
It turns sideways, and as it does, you can see it has a little thing on it, and it just says, "Get a long little doggy," on the side of it.
Oh my god.
And it turns around and starts going blah 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 towards the source of the water.
No, come here. Avery's gonna go after it and try to
Wonderful.
try to catch up with it.
As you go splashing forward, that's when you hear hiss as something comes out of the water at you. We're getting in a fight, everybody! The way fights work in Yeld is, rather than rolling for initiative, we determine who goes first based on, essentially, who says me. You can choose to try to interrupt somebody by saying, "Excuse me." And I'm just going to say right now, Avery, you are next to the giant snake. Everyone else may start at an edge, as you ran forward to catch them. So please place yourself on the board, which, I'm sorry, viewers, you can't see this. But we'll do our best to describe it.
I am behind Avery because I want to see a dog.
Okay, and this happens, and who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
As this strange snake comes out of the water, hissing at you, and is wearing a scuba mask.
What? Snake? Scuba snake? Ah!
And so it's just like, "Scuba snake! Get the scuba snake! Don't let it bite you!"
And Avery is going to lash out at it.
All right. And as you go to do this, you hear a hiss, 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 which is terrible snake speak from me for "excuse me."
Oh, no.
As it is going to roll 2 brave dice, and you have to roll however many you have as it tries to interrupt you and go first instead.
Trick snake. Do I have anything to add to it? I don't think I do.
It got a 7.
Oh, I only got a 5.
The scuba snake goes first.
No!
The scuba snake at this point decides to try and it looks like at first it's going to try to bite you, and instead it just kind of turns its head upside down and tries to headbutt you with the part of its face covered in a snorkel. So we're going to roll 1d6 for its strong dice and another d6 for its headbutt dice.
Ah, jeez.
It got an 8.
Alright. I don't... Yeah, my one tough dice is not enough to defend it. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Avery's gonna cry.
Okay.
Avery has the cry special dice, which lets her roll with her smart dice to defend instead of using tough. And if she's successful, then the attacker has to target someone other than her.
All right. Go ahead and roll to defend with your smart dice as you cry.
Snake! I got a 14.
Okay.
Don't hurt me!
It kind of moves forward and starts to get ready to smack you on the head, and then it just kind of stops and seems to feel bad, and instead moves to go for now. Now, I need you to roll to defend using your tough dice.
Okay. Now it's going to be
Sorry,
like,
now.
Avery's going to be okay. Oh my god! 2 tough die. But no.
Alright, I'm going to just roll it again. It got a 7, which unfortunately means... wait, I forgot. Friends win ties.
Yeah.
As you are able to defend and not get bapped on the head with a bescubaed snake. But the snake kind of looks at this point and chooses Maria to go next.
Okay, I'm going to use my pocket knife and try to scare the snake away.
Alright, let's see. How does scare work? Roll with Brave against a monster with 0 Brave dice. If successful, the monster retreats and counts as defeated. You cannot yet scare it. It still has Brave dice.
Oh, okay. In that case, I am just going to try to smack it.
Alright, how far can you move?
I don't know. How far can we move?
You can move up to your brave dice in spaces.
So whatever your Brave is, that's how far you can move.
Alright, I can move 1 square.
Oh. Well, if you want,
Okay.
you can dash, which you basically means that you use what you normally would attack with to move again.
Or you can instead bank your action and save it for using later.
That too.
Yeah, I will go ahead and bank that action.
Awesome. Who would you like to go next?
Let's have Now go.
Now, it is your turn.
My turn. Okay, question. How do you know if they have armor?
You don't, but this looks to be, outside of the scuba mask, an entirely naked snake.
I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna break that dangin' scuba
You can
mask.
break its scuba mask.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure, if you break it, I'll say it can't use its headbutt dice anymore. So go ahead and roll strong and add break.
So I think that's just 2.
It's going to defend with its 2
Oh,
tough
no.
dice.
No.
Bum ba
It might roll
dum.
worse. No.
Nope. You go to break it, and it's just like, turns out hard plastic with a little bit of rubber, and it's just like, kind of like, thump, and it's like, ow, 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 ow.
Choose Zoe. Go for the face.
Alright, Zoe is told to go for the face. Zoe has one brave, so she can move 1, but also 1 run, so she can move 2. But then she has the nunchucks, but gives her charge, so she can move 3.
Hey.
As she goes, and she is going to attack with her 2 strong dice, plus 1, because she did a charge. And the charge works on the first round of every fight. So here she goes. Holy potatoes. That's pretty good. And Zoe rolled a 10, and the snake only rolled a 7. As you see, Zoe just kind of comes up, and once again, just kind of bouncing like, ow, smacks herself once, ow, smacks herself twice, and the third time, thwack, actually smacks this snake really hard across his body as it kind of hisses in protest. And then she's like, points over at Avery and is like, your turn, get it while it's down. You have an action chain bonus because Zoe successfully did a thing.
Yay.
So you get to add 1 dice to any roll that you make.
Let's see. So it's only got 1 tough die left. If I can hit it, if I can manage to hit it with my 1 strong and that action chain bonus, then that might just end things.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm going to try to do that, even though I've got Fight Dirty, which would add another die, but wouldn't let me take out its tough dice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
All right.
it's worth a shot.
Do it. Roll your 2d6.
Okay, I got a 5.
And it got a 2.
Ah, yeah.
How do you take out this snake?
Avery is still sniffling and wiping her eyes. It's just, you stupid jerk, and kicks the snake.
And you see the snake just woo, hits the wall and just falls in the water and doesn't seem to move anymore.
I don't like snakes.
Beans, you killed that snake!
It almost bit my face off.
No one touch it.
Zoe just says under her breath, "Snake murder."
Snake!
I like nice snakes. I don't like mean snakes.
Now said to don't touch it, because she's gonna go touch it.
As you look, you notice it does have one thing hanging from the back, like around its body, and it is a little pouch. And inside you find some coins.
Oh, nice. Can I take the scuba mask?
You can take the scuba mask. It's not really sized for you, though. But you have a snake scuba mask now.
Slide that off. Okay.
I've never seen a scuba mask shaped for a snake.
This is a weird bomb shelter.
The dog!
Oh, the
Avery
dog!
remembers the dog, completely forgets that she was crying, and rushes in the direction the dog went.
You can see the dog just turns around upon seeing you coming after it. Just blip, 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 blip. And once again, you just kind of see it as it flips around, the get along little doggy thing along its side. As this miniature dachshund just zooms. And as you chase it, you see it kind of goes and goes up to this one door that is open and just kind of squeezes in the side and just boop, and goes inside. And it seems to be where the water's coming from.
After the dog! After the dog! Avery's going to, as soon as she catches up to the door, just like try to shove it open and see if she can squeeze through.
All right. The door swings open surprisingly easily until it stops at one point as it just kind of jerks. And you look out, and you're outside. There's water everywhere. Just absolutely everywhere. You're outside. The rest of you kind of come up running from behind and see the same thing. As you are definitely underground, but now you're outside.
Is it like the same, like, daytime, nighttime kind of cycle? It's like almost dark?
It's daytime. And when you step outside, you look behind, you just see the door in like a stone archway standing there, and you can look behind it. There's currently water everywhere, and it's like a lake. And you can see on the edge of the water looks to be the dog, but it seems to be sitting still and currently turned away from you.
What the heck is this? Avery's she's like kind of, again, rubbernecking, looking all over, but is also still walking towards the dog because dog.
Zoe just kind of comes out and is looking around. She's like, then kind of walks out, walks behind the door, walks in front of the door, and it's like, what?
That snake didn't bite me, right? Like, what's happening?
My parents always told me to be cautious about my surroundings, so I am not worried about the dog at all. I'm just looking around to make sure that we're safe.
It seems relatively safe. You don't see anything. It's weird. It's very weird. Avery, when you get up to the dog, you see it is kind of seemingly has tipped forward, and now its butt is in the air, and it's like on its face. And when you get closer, you catch it. It's a plushie.
What? Avery picks it up and turns it around and looks at it. And it's like, what?
It has the same little dog shirt. The get along little doggy.
That, I think, is the least weird thing.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty up there. This is pretty weird.
That's really weird.
Was it a plushie before?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think plushies
It
walk.
looked like a real dog.
Huh. Hey, Maria, do you know what that is?
It just looks like a plushie. Maybe it's one of those, like, new robot ones.
Avery kind of like squeezes it to feel for any mechanical bits inside.
It squishes. It's just a plushie.
I thought you were gonna, like, squeeze for bones.
Oh, God.
You squeeze harder. There are no bones.
This is a boneless hot dog.
Okay.
Yes, it is a boneless hot dog.